Full moon week, you guys. This is Malika from Malika Semper Astrology, and we have a full moon coming in hot on Wednesday midweek this week. But we can feel it a week leading up to it, and we can feel it about a week afterwards too. Okay. So, full moon in Pisces, it's a water moon. Now, here's the thing with this particular full moon in Pisces. At the same time, we have Mercury retrograde. We have 7 planets in total going retrograde right now. That's kind of a big deal. And then we have this big, beautiful full moon in Pisces, which is such an introverted energy, such an introspective time. When we have so many planets going retrograde, it's a time to slow down and to be in stillness, to really drop back into the self. We're not meant to do our work on such an outside level or an extroverted level. We're here to really move into the soul and be in introspection and really do the work for ourselves in a meditative way, a spiritual way, especially because the full moon is in Pisces. Usually during a full moon, there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of extroverted energy. Everything is lit up. While that's still the same with the light being shown on everything, we are moving a bit inward with this Pisces full moon. Not only that, but Saturn is right next to this particular full moon, really creating almost a relief, if you will, from the heavy emotions that can come with this Pisces full moon. So this would feel like a relief to those that have a lot of earth in their chart and aren't used to sort of swimming through those deeper waters of emotion. It would feel like a relief to those that are more practical and logical in their day-to-day life, in their psyche and their makeup. Saturn on top of the full moon allows us to find some emotional maturity to what otherwise could be an emotional shit show. Saturn on top of the moon allows us to sort of detach from the emotional crisis or drowning in the emotions, and it allows us to keep our head on our shoulders. It allows us to bring some practicality and logic to the emotional situations that we experience as human beings. But the shadow side of having Saturn on top of this big old full moon is that it can feel like we can't access the emotions. We can't fully dive in to the deep end of the pool because Saturn is sort of pulling back the reins from really doing our deep dive into the emotional wisdom of Pisces that is so accessible this week for us. Now, this full moon is especially going to affect Pisces, Virgos, Geminis, Sagittariuses. It's coming in at 7 degrees of Pisces. So I'd like you to look in your own chart and see what house 7 degrees of Pisces lights up for you. That is the area of your life that is going to feel a bit more emotional, a bit more spiritual, perhaps. That is the area of life that you really want to integrate within this particular week with this full moon coming in, and pay some special attention there. There's something that's completing in that area of your life and is ready to be let go so that we can make room for the new lunar cycle coming in. So above all, this week, we can feel some tears, we can feel some vulnerability, we can feel extra sensitive with the full moon in Pisces, we can feel tired, we can feel like we're allergic to people. We don't want to be in big crowds with a Pisces energy in the sky and with Saturn on top of this moon. Now, the most useful way to work with this moon is to do the Pisces and drop into our dreams, our visions, our heart energy, what we want to create from the heart. And then Saturn comes in and says, great, I hear you. And now here's the practical way to accomplish everything that you're dreaming of. So it allows us to put some formats and structures and really actualize our dreams and not just have them floating in the atmosphere somewhere, never to be realized, right? Or actualized, materialized here on Earth. So dreaming the Pisces dream and then pulling from the Saturnian energy to actually make that dream come true, doing the practical steps, doing the work that Saturn loves us to do to make those dreams come true for ourselves. But above all, it's a time of spirituality, of meditation, of prayer, of introspection, of introversion. and really dropping into the compassionate heart energy. So enjoy this more sensitive week and go into your dreamland and seek answers there too. That's going to be really helpful. And I'll come back in next week. Thank you guys for watching.